Let's be brutally honest. Most men have no idea why a woman suddenly loses interest. One week she's texting back fast, laughing at your jokes, sending hearts at midnight. Next week, silence. And you're sitting there wondering, what did I do wrong? But that's the wrong question, because in most cases, it's not what you did once, it's what you kept doing without even realizing that quietly killed her attraction. And here's the Stoic truth. Women don't always tell you when the attraction is fading, they just fade. So today we're pulling back the curtain. These are the 7 hidden habits that silently destroy a woman's desire, even if your intentions are pure. Let's dive in. Part 1. Overexplaining yourself. The first silent killer, overexplaining. You text her, she doesn't reply for 6 hours, and the moment she does, you send a paragraph justifying why you texted her twice. You're trying to be respectful. You're trying to show you're not needy. But here's what. She hears, I'm unsure of myself. I need your approval. Women aren't attracted to perfection. They're attracted to certainty. The man who says what he says and doesn't apologize for existing. When you over-explain, you shrink. And when you shrink, she loses emotional polarity. Stoic principle. Say less. Mean more. Let your silence carry weight. Part 2. Constantly seeking reassurance. Let me be clear. There's a difference between connection and reassurance seeking. Woman wants to feel chosen, seen, desired. But when a man constantly asks, do you still like me? Are we okay? Was that text weird? It triggers something primal in her psychology. Not empathy, but discomfort. Because when a man is uncertain about himself, he subtly tells her, I'm not strong enough to hold your emotions or mine. And guess what? She won't feel safe opening. Up to that, she may not say it aloud, but she'll feel it in her gut. This man needs me to validate his worth. Attraction dies there. Stoic reminder, you are the source of your own value. You don't outsource it to her reactions. Part 3. Being too available. Too fast. Let's talk about a big one. Over-availability. You cancel plans with your friends. You drop everything the moment she texts. You're always free when she's around. Sounds romantic, right? It's not. It's repelling. Because women are not attracted to men who orbit them. They're drawn to men who lead a life they want to be part of. When you're too available too soon, you give her the message. My time, my priorities, my path, they all take a back seat to you. And while that might win her sympathy, it will never win her desire. Stoic frame. A grounded man's time is valuable. He doesn't give it to everyone, only those who've earned it. Part 4. Not leading the interaction. One of the biggest silent attraction killers. Passive energy. Asking her to decide everything, waiting for her to text first. Letting her set. The emotional tone of every interaction. You think you're being polite, but she feels the void, and that void is leadership. Women are not attracted to indecision. They're not drawn to passivity. They don't crave a man who waits to be led. They crave a man who knows what he wants and moves toward it without apology. Even something as small as saying, Friday, 7 p.m., I'll pick the place, can shift the entire polarity of the dynamic. Why? Because now she feels your direction, and that direction is what grounds her feminine energy. Stoic reminder, a man doesn't control her, but he does guide the Part 5. Talking too much about your feelings. Too early. Now let's be clear. Emotional openness is not weakness, but timing matters. If you share your deepest wounds, fears, and dreams within the first few days of meeting her, she won't feel closer. She'll feel confused, because emotional intimacy that comes too soon feels unearned. It feels like you're trying to build a shortcut to closeness, and that shortcut breaks the natural rhythm of masculine-feminine polarity. Here's what works better. Be honest but not emotional for emotional's sake. Let your depth come out slowly, like fire, not a flood. Stoic truth. Real connection grows in layers. It doesn't need to be dumped all at once. Let her discover your depth over time, like turning the pages of a great novel. Part 6. Needing to be liked. This one's subtle, but fatal. You laugh at jokes that aren't funny. You agree with her opinions just to keep the peace. You never challenge her, even when you disagree. Why? Because you need her to like you. But that energy, it's not attractive, it's repellent, because it shows you're more interested in approval than in authenticity. Women are drawn to men who respect themselves more than they crave being liked. Men who stand by their values, even if it means tension. Men who say no, not out of ego, but out of clarity. Stoic insight. She may not always agree with you, but if she respects you, she'll stay. If she pities you, she'll walk. Part 7. Trying to earn her instead of inspiring her. This is the deadliest one of all. Too many men think they have to earn a woman's love, so they do more. Give more, buy more, say more, all in the hope that someday she'll see their worth. But here's the Stoic truth. Attraction doesn't come from being needed. It comes from being felt. A woman doesn't want to be convinced into attraction. She wants to be pulled into it by a man whose presence activates something deep inside her. Not because he chased her, but because he was so grounded in himself, she couldn't help but feel his energy. You don't earn her, you inspire her. By being the man you were born to be. By holding your frame, even in chaos. By staying on your purpose, even when emotions rise. That's what makes her lean in. That's what makes her trust you. That's what makes her desire you. So let's recap, brother. If you find a woman losing interest, pulling away, going cold, don't panic, don't chase, don't overthink. Reflect. Ask yourself, am I trying too hard to be liked? Am I over-explaining or justifying my words? Am I showing up as a man grounded in purpose or as a man seeking approval? Because attraction isn't loud. It doesn't scream. It fades quietly when your masculine edge disappears. But here's the good news. You can reclaim it by embracing your stillness, by being unapologetically you, by remembering you are the mountain, not the storm chasing approval. Brother, if you've made these mistakes, it's okay. We all have. The point isn't to be perfect, it's to be aware, to catch the subtle ways you hand your power away, and to take it back, calmly, silently, stoically, because when you stop trying to impress her and start embodying your truth, she feels it, not with her logic, but with her soul. Be that man, be the fire that doesn't chase, just burns. If this spoke to you, share it with a brother, comment, subscribe. And remember, attraction isn't a game you win by doing more. It's a presence you command by being more. Stay grounded, stay stoic, and never forget, you don't need to force her to want you. You just need to stop doing the things that make her forget who